Good evening and welcome into the rinks here in Shelton, Connecticut. First of a few quarterfinal matchups for the Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference. Just about set to get underway. Live here from the upper rink in the upstairs portion of the rinks. It's the Farmingdale State College Rams and the University of New Haven Chargers set to do battle. The Rams, the 2 seed, the Chargers, the 7 seed. We also have a game just about set to get underway with Travis Quigley on the call on the lower rink. But here upstairs, I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Paul Trentini on the camera. And it should be a good one. The Rams and the Chargers. The two teams, no strangers to each other, but it's the Rams coming off a big-time finish to the season, propelling themselves to an 18-9 regular season record with an outdoor victory over the Columbia Lions. Just on Sunday night, the Lions lost to Kutztown in the play-in game last night, so Kutztown will be facing off against Fordham in the matter of moments as well on the lower rink. But here it's the Rams and the Chargers. The Chargers 12-9-0-2 on the season. They're 4-1 in their last 5. They started the year 0-5. And what a bounce back they've had to get here into the playoffs, but a tough task ahead against Luke Pavone and company in the Farmingdale State Rams. But the Chargers are led by Anthony Rosa, who led all conference rookies in goals, assists, and points with 25, 36, and 61 respectively. Plenty of talent on both sides. 4 games tonight, the quarterfinal round of the ECHC playoffs just about set to get underway. Got a few minutes left here of warm-ups. Paul and I will take a brief timeout. When we come back, the starting lineups. Puck drop on the way here for the 2025-2026 Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference playoffs. Don't go anywhere. Set to go for puck drop here on LISN. The New Haven Chargers and the Farmingdale State Rams. Rams will be in the home white as the higher seed designated home team. Going left to right on your screen. Going right to left are the Chargers in the road royal blue and gold. Once again with Paul Trentini on camera, I'm Brady Campbell. First of 4 quarterfinal games, one going on the lower rink here in Shelton, Connecticut at the rinks as well. It will be Monopoly and Ferrazzi at the faceoff dot. Monopoly wins it back and the Chargers control the opening faceoff. Facette chopping at it, trying to get it deep for New Haven. This is a Chargers team that started 0-5 and found themselves as the 7 seed here in the playoffs. A Rams team that just about from the get-go was off to a hot start. Out to the point, Manzi, first shot of the game, whistles wide off a stick. LJ Lena gets on it. The captain, Donnie Pace, back to Lena, shot. Maybe caught a piece of the starting goalie, Toussaint up high. Poke back in front, intercepted, and cleared back out. Facette giving it a run here. Good stick that time by Manzi, and this is offside. 42 seconds into the hockey game. Fast-paced start there. Opening shift, the Rams. Spending a bit of time in the offensive zone. Aforementioned number 30, Logan Toussaint in goal for New Haven. 4.62 goals against, .898 save percentage throughout the regular season. Giveaway here by Farmingdale. Good stick, though, by Noah Lavoie. Their starting goalie, number 37, Luke Pavone. 6.03 goals against, .826 save percentage. Chalk up another save for Toussaint on the outside try. Another offensive zone faceoff coming up here for Farmingdale. Two-seed Rams, 7-seed Chargers. 4 quarterfinal games here tonight. Also going on right now on the lower rink with Travis Quigley on the call. 1 seed for them against the 8-seed Kutztown Golden Bears, who got the play-in victory over Columbia here on the upper rink last night. Into the corner, big hit there, delivered that time by Anthony Rosa. We mentioned during pregame warmups that he leads all rookies here in the conference in the 3 offensive categories. And here's New Haven back the other way with him, Michael Madera. Red line to puts it in, and Pavone out of his net, just able to keep it away there from Madera. Stretch pass Ian Rabarich trying to settle it here. Rabarich power move, couldn't get it through. Aggressive stick there by Toussaint. Then he was able to center it. Jammed wide that time by Tom Ford. Through the slot, Madera. Soft backhand just gets it beyond the blue line. Tom Ford right back in for Farmingdale. Loads up a shot. Punched up into the netting and out of play by Toussaint. Two minutes, 1 second gone. In period 1. Ferrazzi from the circle. Hit someone in front. May have been his own teammate. Wadaka thrown back in front again. Jammed wide. Give away. Ferrazzi in the slot. Backhand try. Blocked down. Hit a stick. Looks like it was Gorman. Penalty upcoming here. First of the game. Just a couple minutes in. Looks like it was behind the net. I believe it's going to go against... Actually, I'm not entirely sure there. It's a high sticking call, and it is indeed against New Haven. And the first power play of the game goes to Farmingdale. To the box, Gorman. Lena on the offensive zone faceoff win. LaFada behind the net. He toe picked and went down. This is backhand pass, got picked off and thrown down the ice. LaFada leads the Rams in assists. Ferrazzi in both goals and points. Both, of course, on this power play 1 unit. Here's Lena. Takes the open ice available to him. Wraps it all the way around. Ferrazzi waiting for it on the half wall. Place catch with LaFada. And then a great play there by Lafada. Lavoie out high, fanning on the pass of Lena. Had some help after being harassed by Bohannon. At the line, just able to hold it in. Lavoie takes it down low, sweeps it in front. Maybe getting a stick on it there was Riberich. Back down low, pass intercepted. Unable to get the clear, though, was James Brady. Pass fanned on, comes to the line. It's offside. Lena couldn't quite hold the zone. "57 seconds left on the penalty. And it's one back to Manzi for Farmingdale, and the Rams get the entry. Half wall, back up to Pace. Swings it down the boards. Castellano, errant pass intercepted that time by Ryan O'Shea. Hard around and out. And Pavone out of his net here. Keeps it moving away from the oncoming Rosa. Here's Manzi. Manzi into the attacking zone. Lets one go. Missed blocker side. Castellano fanned on the keeping attempt there. We'll have to reset final 15 of this man advantage. Insana takes a hard check. One more clear for the Chargers. That'll do it for this Farmingdale power play. Couple tries towards the net, though. I'm not sure if they ever got a registered shot on goal there. And the Chargers look north here. Madera. He's checked hard. Almost into the boards. Was able to pop up and brace for impact. Now he takes the puck away. Brings it in 1-on-2. Gave it up to Riberich. He'll just fire it down the ice. This looks like it'll be an icing here against Farmingdale, and it is. Faceoff will come back down near Pavone. Other games later on tonight. 3-seed Ramapo versus 6-seed Penn State University Harrisburg. They'll be on the lower rink as well. Here on the upper rink, 4-seed Delaware, 5-seed Sacred Heart to follow this game. Della Vecchia. That one hops the stick of O'Shea and goes back out. Mansky. Give it up. This is Paul. Jake Paul turns, throws one on goal, swallowed up and held by Toussaint. Both teams making changes. 14:46 left in period one. Faceoff will be to the right of Toussaint. His team wins it. They clear it. Puck catches an edge, though, and this is going to be icing. Off to the left of the goaltender, Logan Toussaint, who's been somewhat busy here in the first. He's going to have to make another save, and he reaches across his body to get that Lavoie try with the glove. And we'll do it again. Lavoie reaching for it. Couldn't get it, though. Good stick that time by Rosa. Takeaway, Castellano swings it to the slot. Lavoie denied, point blank. Big time save from Toussaint. Lavoie still with it, outside shot. Holding his post there was Toussaint. Rams back on it. Malandrucolo walks the line, shot hit the body. Spryer will backhand it out, looking for a potential breakaway there for Madera. Malandrucolo got in the way. Now it's Lavoie back in. Lavoie shot off a stick into the ceiling and out of play. Rams with more pressure. Most notably, Noah Lavoie. A couple chances there. Point blank stop by Toussaint. Keeps his team even here, scoreless. A little over 6 minutes played in period one as this one catches the netting once again. We get a whistle. Brady Price taking the face-off here defensively, but it goes off to the corner, thrown behind the net for Wadaka. Wadaka looking for Farazi. Good defensive stick that time. Comes back to Farazi. Down low, save made on Wadaka from a tough angle. Comes back to him. Plays it off the apron. It looks like it got stuck there, and we get a whistle. Rams starting to feel it a bit here in the offensive zone. A couple big saves, though, from Toussaint. Keeps his team scoreless here. New line out there for Farmingdale. Tom Ford will take the face-off. Tries to go forward with it. He got tied up, though, by Price. Price leads the rush back the other way. Red line and in. That took a funny hop there, and Pavone's going to have to make a tough save. That time it was Montanaro who got a look from not a great angle, but one of the first shots of the game for New Haven. This one up in the air and once again out of play. Face off deep in the New Haven zone again. Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference quarterfinals. Comes right to the slot. Paul shot it wide. Looking on the glove side. Penalty upcoming once again against New Haven. Manzi on it. Throws it down to the corner. Pavone will go to the bench. Pass intercepted here. We get the whistle. And the call looks like perhaps a tripping or hooking call here. Couldn't quite see the ref signal. We'll get another look at it. It's Gorman to the box for the second time. And it is hooking. And so Farmingdale, their power play 0 for 1, goes back to work here. Just under 13 minutes left in the first. This is Farazi playing catch with Lena. LJ Lena down the boards, Lavoie. Lavoie fights through a couple checks, takes it around the net. Cuts back, spin move, lost the handle. Curls again, trying to dangle through, goes up top for Farazi. Down to Lena in the circle, looking for one more. It got blocked. Still ended up across the ice. Thrown out to Farazi now. Farazi fires one down low. Lavoie up top. Lena. Lavoie walks down the circle. Not much room there, and he put it right into Toussaint, who gets the whistle. Good passing here from the Rams. Eventually works its way down to the righty, Noah Lavoie. And much of an angle there, just trying to rip that one right through the goalie with a good save. 1:22 left here on the power play. It's Lavoie. Up top for Ozzy. No look, taps it on to Lena. Returns it. Now down to Lavoie again. Lavoie walks in. Fakes the shot. Puts it right through the crease. No one home on the other side. Picks up his own rebound. Shot. Trickling. It's in. And the Rams strike first on the power play. What an effort by Noah Lavoie again. He's going to take the shot. And look, that puck's just going to stop right near the goal line. Chaos. And I believe that's Ian Riberich. He got the last touch on it. And gives the Rams the 1-0 lead. His 9th of the season if you include his 8 regular season goals. And they draw first blood. Right back in, though. Come the Chargers, looking for a response. Pass across. Getting in front of that one was Ferrazzi on the feed from Rosa. Back in, Wadika trying to dangle through. Left it behind. Penalty upcoming here as Ferrazzi had his stick taken right out of his hands. Or excuse me, that might be the New Haven player. Ferrazzi originally was without a stick. I'm confused. It's a slashing penalty against someone. And it looks like it is against New Haven. Ferrazzi may have ended up playing with the Chargers stick there. That was Tomasi. And Tomasi slams the penalty box door shut here, but it's going to be another power play for Farmingdale after all that. 1 for 2 tonight. Scored just moments ago from Riberich. This time it's a defensive zone win for New Haven, but Lena holds it in. Lavoie up top. Ferrazzi, walk, shoot, score! A PPG for the Rams may have been redirected in front. They go up by 2. And guess who's leading the handshake line again? Let's see. It looks like he may have gotten a stick on it. Ian Riberich doubles up the Chargers here with 2 power play tallies. $11 minutes to go first period. Chargers got to settle this game down. They might have a chance here. Pops right to the other side. Pavone scrambling across. Got the save. Another try. He fights that off as well. Centering pass intercepted by the Rams. James Brady with a good look there on the rebound. New Haven's done a good job after they've given up goals to come back with a pretty good look of their own. They'll have to sustain that a little bit here. And of course, taking penalties has been what's killed them here in the early going. Grillo back on it for Farmingdale. He'll settle things down here. And taking up the ice himself on the lower ring. Fordham out to a 3-0 lead over Kutztown. Travis Quigley on the call there. Johnny Malizia on the camera. Here's Wadika in the slot, passes it off, down low, tough angle try from Pace, swallowed up from Tucson. Big save there, couple big saves here from Pavone. Not sure if that one entirely got through to him. This one did though from Brady. Almost handcuffed him a bit, but he still was able to fight it off. Manzi fanned on the shot. Able to work it down to Lavoie, though. Lavoie in front. LaFava couldn't settle it. It's still loose. Cleared away. Manzi fanned on the shot this time. Just backhanded to the corner by Lavoie. Chargers are out. Here's Spryer. Ran into Manzi. LaFava. Off of Spryer and then home run pass there. Madera couldn't knock it down. It's an icing. Just past the halfway point of period number 1. It's the Farmingdale State Rams out to the 2-0 lead over the New Haven Chargers in our 2-7 quarterfinal matchup. Already 2 goals potentially from Riberich. Had his shot blocked and ends up behind the net. A couple of loose sticks again with all that chaos in front of Tucson. Madera centering pass, active stick from Pavone. Taken back by Farmingdale. Rosa couldn't get through. Rosa gets a stick on it there. Farmingdale has done a pretty good job keeping him quiet so far. They'll get the puck in here and head off for a change. Connor Morrow. Off a glove potentially. No hand pass. Centering pass. One more. Wanaka denied with the glove. Toussaint. Big time save there. A little bit of extracurriculars after the whistle. I believe we might have penalties coming of that. Great passing play here again by the Rams. Spryer and Roberich will sit. Figure out the penalties and the manpower here. Looks like I'm seeing 4-on-4 signals there from the linesman. So the ice going to open up just a bit here. After those two got into it. New Haven will send out Facette, the captain Monopoly, arguing the calls there. Doesn't look like he'll win his case. Giancarlo Montanaro out there as well for New Haven. But the faceoff is still in their zone. And it's taken by Farmingdale and brought back out by Pace. Manzi turns back. Picks up speed. Enters the attacking zone. Cuts towards the slot on the backhand. Curls back up top. Now Della Vecchia. Manzi looking down low, intercepted, and here comes New Haven back the other way. Montanaro had it knocked off his stick at the red line. Facette on the follow-up, takes it down to the corner, swings it out in front, off escape, pops out towards the line, held in. Facette trying to step through Ferrazzi and did, but his shot misses wide. Comes around to the other side, Bohannon holds it in. Just about a minute gone on the minor penalties as Della Vecchia couldn't clear. Held in by Tomasi for a moment. Rams will get it back out. Montanaro doubles back. Ferrazzi goes to the Farmingdale bench. Bohannon just gave it up there to Grillo. D-to-D Malandricolo now. On for Lavoie. Lavoie enters the attacking zone, trying to dangle through. Lost the handle. Gets it back on the other side. Fanned on the pass attempt. Malandricolo will take it though. Quick passing play, and Lavoie to the slot, trying to open up and just put that forehand shot wide. Final seconds ticking off of the 4-on-4 here. Lafada across, calling for it again. Gets it, shoots, stick save. Made by Toussaint. That'll do it as we're back to 5 aside. Spryer and Roberich out of the box. This is Rosa. Looking for the home run pass. Got through. Pavone gonna play it. Had to move it quickly. Puts it to the corner. Spryer, though, the first one on it. Throws it back down the boards. Grillo takes it. Quick passing, though, and the Rams are out. Lavoie takes it wide. Drops it. Lafada, the trailer in. Glove save. Toussaint. The Trapper's been active here in period number 1. Comes up with another big save here. Another great rush into the offensive zone here for Farmingdale. You see number 80, Lafada, the trailer. Lavoie finds him. Trying to go glove side there, but couldn't get it through. Lena. Tom Ford will deflect it on. Trying for the give and go there with Paul. Pass didn't get through. Now Paul towards the front. An angled on goal. Sticked away by Toussaint. Lena on to Tom Ford. He'll just flip it in and head after it, but it's taken by Mansky. He'll go across to Spryer on the backhand. Chopping at Akamas. Taken away here by Rosa. He'll reset. Rosa saw Paul coming, put a shoulder into him. But Farazi going to try and pull through here on the partial breakaway. His backhand try was stopped. Rosa with the big reverse hit. And it almost spelled danger there for his team. They get this one in Madera and after it, and looks like it just had enough there for icing. 5:06 left in the period. Here's another look at that. Big hit there from Rosa, but it freed up the puck for Luke Ferrazzi. The Rams leader in goals and points. Definitely one of the last players you want to see on the breakaway there for New Haven. Another crucial save for Toussaint. Flipped in just wide here by New Haven. Under 5 minutes left in period 1. Now in Drukalo. Fired right back in by Macri. Oh, it's Manzi. Nice little move there to sidestep the oncoming forechecker Price. Feeds it ahead, Wadika. Quick move. Wadika to the circle. Got hit before he could pull the trigger. I believe he may have lost his glove as well. He did. He's going to keep playing those. It ended up in the far corner. Turnaround shot for Ozzy was stopped. Lavoie off the bench blocked the pass. Lavoie trying to dangle through, nearly did. And now forced a back check here. Right in front of his own bench, gets tied up. Lena. Lavoie blocked down the pass again, nearly took that one the distance. Lena steps up. Lavoie fakes the one-timer in the slot. The shot stopped that time once again by Toussaint. On Lafana. Castellano save made. Rebound, would it go either? The second try jammed wide. Chaos in front of Toussaint again. As all the players get separated back the other way, Price for New Haven had it checked off his stick. Barrett red line, softly backhands it in. Castellano sidesteps a hit, keeps going. Lafada cuts through towards the slot looking for a deflection. It angles wide. Montanaro plays it back out. Lafada redlining in. He'll head off. Loose glove of Tyler Wadika still behind the New Haven net. Now moves cross corner. Here comes Facette back in for the Chargers. Lena tried to work it out. Monopoly held it in. Manzi on it. Jams it ahead. Here's Jake Paul rushing up the ice. Trying for the quick cutback on Bohannon. Through towards the net. Manzi pinching in, holds the line. Up top, Tom Ford. Traffic in front. Maybe redirected. A couple saves from Toussaint. Shows the ref he's got it in his glove and gets the whistle. 2-0 Farmingdale here on the upper rink. 4-0 Fordham on the lower rink. And the Chargers start to tilt the ice a bit here. Toussaint's certainly been the busier of the two goalies. Might have to make another save. Wadika, and he does make the save. In and out of the glove, and is able to get that rebound as well. 2:05 left here in the first period. Face off to the left of Toussaint, and his team wins it back. It's Mansky around the boards. Held in again by the Rams. 2-on-1 down low. Wadika, bar down! He's got his glove back, and he puts the puck right under the bar. Once again, the Rams force a turnover here in the 2-on-1 down low. Pace, the no-look drop pass all alone. Wadaka has time, and boy, did he pick his spot there. A big goal for the Rams puts them up by 3 late in the period. And if you're New Haven, gotta stop the bleeding here. Definitely can't give one up before the end of the frame, but here comes Farmingdale again. Ferrazzi up top, Grillo. Wrist shot through traffic, blocked down, still available. Try blocked again. Off the stick of LaFada. Here's Spryer for New Haven, redlining in. 90 seconds left in the period. Castellano. Grillo backhands it out, hammered right back in. Madera gets to it. Grillo. Throws it behind LaFada. Cross ice for Grillo. Give it away. Madera in the slot. Fired it wide. We hit the final minute of the period. Best look of the game so far for New Haven. Back the other way, Lavoie. 2-on-2, trying to turn into a 2-on-1, trying to dangle through. Great defensive play that time, diving across Connor Morrill, and did so cleanly. And then the battle ensues in the corner. Gets freed up, and the pass in front got intercepted and fired down the ice. This is an icing against the Chargers, but they might not mind settling things down just a tad here after a chaotic shift up and down the ice. It's going to be a face-off once again to the left of Logan Toussaint, hoping he and his team could get out of this period, at the very least with the scoreboard being where it's at. Lena holds it in, throws it down to Paul. Tried to jam it in front, could not. Gorman. Tied up, Tom Ford takes it. He gets checked by Spryer. Comes out one-timer. Kamas didn't get much on it. Another try from Tom Ford got blocked. He goes up to Kamas, just able to hold it in at the horn. And that'll do it for period number 1. Little bit of a meeting of the minds after the fact. Well, everyone will be separated. Both teams will head to their respective locker rooms. 20 minutes in the books here in Shelton, Connecticut on the upper rink quarterfinal action. The Farmingdale Rams out to the 3-0 lead, looking strong in the opening 20. We'll take a brief timeout for intermission and come back with the second here on LISN. Back for period number 2 on the LI Sports Network Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference quarterfinals here on the upper rink at the Rinks in Shelton, Connecticut. With Paul Trentini on camera, I'm Brady Campbell. 3-0 lead for the State College Rams over the 7-seed University of New Haven Chargers. 2 power play goals from Ian Reberich and a late bar down tally from Tyler Wadika have the Rams out in front. Fresh 20 here, teams switch sides, and Chargers didn't get a whole lot going offensively in that first. And fresh ice here, new period. See if they can turn things around, but it starts with a quick wrist shot from just inside the blue line from Luke Ferrazzi, gloved and held by Logan Toussaint, who was very busy in that first period. Not for him, the score could probably be 5 or 6 to nothing for Farmingdale. Here's Wadika as the Rams go right back to work, centering pass, shot fanned on, and the rebound try jammed wide. Thrown back in front, good defensive stick there by Tomasi on pace. Back in New Haven had a potential chance with numbers down low, pass intercepted though. Here's Ferrazzi back in, trying to jam it to Wadika, couldn't. Pace, this pass hit Wadika, gets back on it behind the net, goes up top, Kevin Manzi. Manzi, wrist one towards the net, deflected behind. Centering pass intercepted here, and back the other way. Leading the charge is James Brady. Brady on to Facette. Facette takes it wide around the goal, spins and fires. That one misses wide. It looks like the net may have come off behind Pavone. We're going to play on Facette, stopped by Pavone. And now we get the stoppage. Well, Luke Pavone, the couple saves he did have to make in the first, there were a couple of pretty good ones. Whistle not blown yet. The net may have been on behind him, but he still had to make that save. And did. 18:44 left in the second period. Face off to his right here. Can the Chargers generate any momentum off of that? It's a face-off win for the Rams. Last we looked, Fordham was out to a big lead in the first period over Kutztown, down on the lower rink. Travis Quigley, Johnny Malizia with you for that one, as well as Ramapo versus Penn State Harrisburg coming up after that game. And then after this one, Delaware and Sacred Heart here on the upper rink. Malandrucolo around, taken away here by the Chargers. Stumbling down though was Rosa. Comes back out, Madera has his shot blocked. Chipped out here by the Rams. And Toussaint out to get it. Plays it to an open area of the ice, and Rosa in to help. Almost ran into his own teammate there, so he sweeps it back out. And here's Grillo. Grillo to Castellano. He gets tied up by Rosa. 2-on-2 battle ensues at the blue line. It comes free to Grillo. He's checked by Madera. Played out, Castellano at the line. Castellano, 2-on-0, didn't tight. Backhand score! Noah Lavoie with the finishing touches on that on-man rush. 4-0 Rams. What a play here by Castellano, and then I don't know what happened there. O'Shea got caught, and then it's a 2-on-0. Castellano makes the pass, and Lavoie, great patience there, going to his backhand and roofing it. Blocker side on Toussaint. Tough break there for New Haven, and right off the face-off, the center, Jackson Tom Ford, a bit shaken up here. Back to his feet here. Appears to be okay. And the face-off looks like it might move into the Farmingdale zone, though. And indeed it will, to the right of Luke Pavone. So Tom Ford gets checked now, hard into the boards. Pops back up, though. Finds the puck, moves it on to Jake Paul from the red line. Got it in, not very deep, though. It's fired right back out. Now it's Lena. On to Tom Ford. Liberich sitting on 2 goals. Tom Ford takes it behind the net. Goes up top to George Kamas, who had his pass intercepted. Then he took it right back. Waited for his teammates to touch up before getting it deep. This one fired all the way down on goal. No icing. Pavone will move it. Stretch pass. No one in particular there, and that's going to be an icing against Farmingdale. Face off to the right of Pavone once again. And they win it back. Facette hammers one wide. We got whistles before the shot, though. Yeah, it looks like there was a false start on someone there, so we'll do it again. We may have penalties here. Perhaps not penalties. Donnie Pace, though, came out onto the ice, and it looks like he's being sent back off, and Liberich and Paul have to come back out for the face-off. So after all that, looks like we're set to play hockey again, and the Rams get it back out. Paul on his horse chasing after Bohannon. Liberich shovels it in. Tomasi back on it. Nice move there from Brady Tomasi. And Monopoly couldn't poke it any further. And back on it here is Bohannon. Goes across for Brady. And the captain's James Brady. On for Evan Facette. Facette trying to knife his way through. Good stick by the Rams captain, Donnie Pace. Ferrazzi softly towards the goal. Played away by Toussaint, and now a 3-on-2 here. Facette back in, touches it to Brady, trying to jam it through. Could not, second try, couldn't get it through either. Another try, then hit him on the shot from Tomasi. Shot from distance, didn't make it through. Facette takes it hard around the goal. Watched by Pace. Off the skate of Brady. Reaching for Pace, able to backhand it out. 2-on-2 here for Farmingdale now, and it's Ferrazzi. Towards the slot, Wadika couldn't settle it. O'Shea, checked by Wadika. Centering pass, pops out towards Castellano. Now Ferrazzi. Taken back here by New Haven, and Brady to the red line, puts it in deep. Now it's Manzi for Castellano. Red line high flip, catches the low ceiling here in Shelton. And we get the whistle. Face off to center ice. So it looks like we have some of our Pioneers and Blue Hens starting to stroll in for the next game after this one. As we're approaching the halfway point. Comes around past Grillo and back out. And Jaden Grillo back on it, goes D to D. Flipped in, glove down by O'Shea. O'Shea fires one towards the stick of Mansky there. Couldn't quite reach it. Heads in on the forecheck though. Madera towards the front. Good stick by Pavone, and then he made the save on the wrister from Rosa. Rams looking to clear. Could not. Rosa. Back out Mansky. Through traffic, reaching for it and getting it with the cuff of the glove was Pavone. Centering pass intercepted. And then give it right back up. Spryer opens up, shoots, blocked down in front. Malandrucolo got the block. 2-on-1 here for Farmingdale. Lavoie with Castellano. Great defensive play. That time by O'Shea. Centering pass, good stick by Toussaint. Free puck in the high slot. Passed on to Lavoie. Lavoie back to the slot. LaFada was denied point blank. Toussaint, another big save. He's doing all he can to keep his team within striking distance here. Great passing. Not much room there on the windows either, and just Lavoie fires that one through to LaFada. Another big save. Keeps it a 4-goal game though. Riberich and the Rams looking to continue to pour it on here. Now it's Paul. Up top to the line and out. LJ Lena back on it. Flips it ahead off the stick of Paul. Gorman. Good stick by Tom Ford. Intercepted now by Gorman, and he'll fire it out. Back on it here is Thomas. Thomas goes D to D. And return to him as he plays catch with Lena. Stretch pass on. Riberich down low off the outside of the net. What a game number 81 has had so far. Just one of many offensive looks. Lena. Taken away. Clearing attempt though. Knocked down by Ferrazzi. From a tough angle. That one sticks to Toussaint. And he gets the stoppage. .12.5 left here in the second. Only goal so far of the period belongs to Farmingdale, Noah Lavoie. 21 goals in the regular season. There's just one behind the team lead from Luke Ferrazzi. Wadika gets upended as he jammed one towards the net. And back the other way, Facette lost an edge as Manzi defended him. Saucer pass across, here's Pace. Pace tries to snap it through. Chopped at by Bohannon and back out. Rams tag up as they get it deep. And Tomasi, D to D. Back out comes Monopoly. Monopoly 3-on-2 for New Haven. Monopoly on the backhand. Couldn't get it through Manzi. Kevin Manzi, another strong defensive game so far back there for the Rams. Tomasi bouncing. Puck settled by Manzi. Got through Wadika. Stepping up Bohannon. Now fired on to Ferrazzi. Looking for help. Tries to spin it towards the front. Tomasi got in the way. Oh, give and go there perhaps as Ferrazzi towards the front, but the pass didn't make it through. Lavoie to Ferrazzi. Went down, we play on. Lavoie lost the handle. Look out, Facette the steal. Trying to split the defense. Grillo back on him. Facette went down. Took out the goaltender. Now a wrap try wouldn't go, and a diving defensive play by Ferrazzi. And then behind the play in the corner, a penalty taken. As through all that chaos, I am now just seeing, and I do apologize, that is actually number 36, PJ Tercey, in goal for Farmingdale. It was Luke Pavone who started, as there you see Tercey gets upended. And a great play there by Ferrazzi. So we'll see what the penalties are as Tomasi went to the box. Appears he might be the only one. So between the pipes for Farmingdale, that is number 36, PJ Tercey. Not sure if anything happened to Luke Pavone. We didn't see. $4-0, a decent lead about halfway through the hockey game. I'm not sure if you feel entirely comfortable in pulling your starter Pavone, although Tercey a very solid backup. Long delay here as the captain's monopoly and pace talk things over with the official. 10:58 to go. So far, only 2 minutes up on the board for Tomasi. And the New Haven bench wants an explanation, and it looks like they'll get one here. So after all that, looks like it's going to be a Rams power play here. A chaotic sequence, 7th set. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to quite pull away, and he did. Just couldn't get the shot off, though, as Grillo was able to get back and close the gap just enough to throw him off. And then chaos broke loose there. It's now for Razi as the Rams go to work and the chance to grow the lead even further, but it's cleared out here by New Haven. Tercey, quick pass ahead, intercepted. And here comes Madera shorthanded, couldn't settle it though, and Lena will take it back. Gave it away to Rosa. The father beat him to it. Ferrazzi touches it on to Lavoie. Noah Lavoie back in. Opens up. Couldn't get the pass through. Riberic chips it down to LaFava. Takes a check. That time from Mansky. Pass across. Ferrazzi opens up off the outside of the post. Some traffic in front of the goalie there, and we get a whistle here. It looks like the net came off behind Toussaint. So face off to the right here of Toussaint. Comes back to LJ Lena. Halfway through the hockey game, 4-0 lead for Farmingdale in this quarterfinal matchup. LaFada. Nice catch with Lavoie, but Lavoie on the pass back, fanned on it, and it was fired down the ice. Rams reset, 40 seconds left on their power play. This is Alina. For Ferrazzi. Ferrazzi, full ahead of steam. Into the attacking zone. Cuts back, throws it out. Look out here as it hopped the stick of Lavoie. He's got a fire on back, and he will. Getting there ahead of Rosa. Near disaster there for Farmingdale. Now Lavoie just flying in. Goes down. Check to the boards now. Goes up towards the line. Manzi wraps it around. Final 3 seconds of the penalty. Pace gets tied up. Big kill for New Haven, about as big as they come. A centering pass, though. Riberic on hat-trick watch. Couldn't get it to go. Rapp tried, wouldn't go either, and then he was denied from the slot once more. Logan Toussaint having perhaps the game of his life, and you might look at the scoreboard and doubt that, but the scoreboard would be a lot higher in the Rams score category if not for him. Comes up with a couple big saves there as his team gets the kill. But the Rams still on the attack as Pace sweeps it on goal. And Unable to quite cover there was Toussaint, but he got the benefit of the doubt from the official. Tom Ford tried to win it back. A good read that time, though, by Brady. Fired back in by Farmingdale. This is Bohannon. Place catch with Tomasi. Now it's Brady. Brady trying to slip through. Wadika could not. Back the other way. Donnie Pace. Pace on the cutback. Tried to center to Wadika. Couldn't get it through. Back up top. Manzi returns it to Pace. Pace tries to slip it through the Wadika. Back out. Tom Ford kicked away. Rebound score. The captain, Donnie Pace. 5-0 Rams. There's more good passing here by Farmingdale. Eventually it's going to pop out. Tom Ford, watch Pace. He makes that initial pass and then he goes right to the net. Slows down when he gets to the front. Finds that rebound and jams it. Pass to Toussaint. It's been all Rams so far in this one. The 2 seed off to a hot start here in the ECHC playoffs. Tie up behind the net, comes all the way around, and Mansky back on it. Deflected in by Spryer. Now it's Grillo. Under pressure, moved it quickly. Nice edge work there by Castellano. But he did give the puck away, and was fired back ahead by Trent Macri. Castellano checked. O'Shea's pass picked off. Back the other way, Farmingdale. Right down the slot, shot, score! Evan LaFada. 6-0. What a shot by Luke LaFada. He just brings it in 1-on-3, wires that blocker side. 6-0 Farmingdale. And it's certainly go time here for New Haven. So 7 minutes left here in the second. But the Rams have poured it on. And a penalty upcoming here behind the play. And this one's going to be against Farmingdale. Tom Ford to the box. And this could be exactly what the doctor ordered for New Haven. Trailing 6-0, 6:50 to go. Almost does feel like I have to have it here if you're the Chargers. And it starts with a clear, and Donnie Pace is going to be the first one on it. Just reverse it, cross corner, and heading after it against Tomasi. Good work there by Tomasi. Now Spryer back the other way for New Haven. Puts it into the corner and heads after it. Takes it behind the goal, and look out here, a penalty upcoming. This one might be against New Haven. It's a high stick. And that's just another tough break here for the Chargers, and it's going to be against Spryer. And safe to say he doesn't agree. And, well, hopefully that door still works. And Facette not happy either in the box. And Facette, I think he might get Toss here. And so that might be the end of the night for number 27, Evan Facette. And the Rams might just be headed to the locker room here. 6:24 to go. It's going to be a 4-on-4 if we continue play here, as we do have a cleanup in aisle penalty box. Stay with us. We're not exactly sure what the situation will end up being here. But for now, we'll step aside here. It's a 6-0 lead for Farmingdale over New Haven. You're tuned in to the Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference playoffs here on the LI Sports Network. So we're back here on LI Sports Network. 6:24 to go in the second period. 6-0 lead for Farmingdale over New Haven. And we have this long stoppage in the middle stages of the second because the glass above the New Haven penalty box door shattered. And thankfully, the Empire and rink staff here in Shelton were quick to clear the ice of all the shattered glass here and are replacing the window pane above the door. So it could take a few more minutes, but we do have an update from our very own, as well as Empire's very own, Gabe Curry, who, shout out Gabe, was out there helping with the cleanup. Once they get everything settled, we're going to have a full ice cut. The Zamboni's out there to clean the ice. And after that, they will play the remaining 6:24 of the second period. And then instead of a normal intermission, we'll have a 3-minute break. And then no ice cut, no Zambonis, right into the third period. So it'll be a few minutes here. Just wanted to come on and give you that update. So we'll be back in a little bit here. Kind of a brief mid-game built-in intermission here. And thank you so much. Hang tight. We'll be right back here on LI Sports Network. Back on the LI Sports Network with Paul Trentini on camera. I'm Brady Campbell. 6:24 left here in the second period for our quarterfinal matchup. Farmingdale State College leading New Haven 6-0. And after a long delay, we are back. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Jaden Spryer went to the box, frustration with the officials, and slammed the penalty box door, and the glass shattered, and that was the reason for the delay. And credit to the staff here and for the Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference that was able to clean up the loose pieces of glass and put a new pane there, and had the long ice cut, but we're set to go. And we'll see if that long delay can favor either side here. Still PJ Tercey between the pipes for Farmingdale. He's opposed by Logan Toussaint of New Haven. We're going to skate for a side here after that penalty. New Haven did have a power play before taking that penalty. It's only the 2 minutes against Spryer that will be served, but he did get tossed from the game as well, as did Evan Facette throughout that sequence. And of course, it's not the start of a period, so it was just a penalty against New Haven. So the faceoff will be to the left of Toussaint, and we're back underway. Noah Lavoie takes the shot that misses wide. He scored one of the latest goals for Farmingdale that has felt like ages ago here, as the shot from Mark Della Vecchia goes wide. And can New Haven spring a little bit of momentum from this long break? Comes back out. Rams will touch up. Does Lavoie. But he gave it away. LaFada will spin it back in. And now it's shipped ahead by Brady Tomasi. Driving in Luca Monopoly. Couldn't get through. So we had the ice cut there. And so at the end of this second period, it's just going to be a 3-minute break or so. And we'll head right into the third without an ice cut. Here's Lavoie. Steps, shoots, missed the net. Big rebound, got past Manzi. Della Vecchia back on goal. Swallowed up by Toussaint. 33 left on the minor against Tom Ford. 59 left on the penalty against Spryer. Face off here to the right of Toussaint. One of 4 quarterfinal games tonight for Ozzy. Down the boards, give and go, didn't make it through. And so yes, that second game here on the upper rink between Delaware and Sacred Heart will be a delayed start. It was scheduled for 9:30, but that will not happen on time now. It gets through Pace. And back the other way is Mansky. Gave it up. Here comes Pace. 3-on-1 for the Rams. Pace drops it. Wadaka shoots. Save made. Stick got checked as he went to let it go. Back in front. And fanning on it is Ferrazzi. Power play here for just a few seconds for Farmingdale. And going back on it here, LJ Lena. Give it away. Madera centering pass off a stick. He had Rosa in front. We're back to 5 aside. So no goals come of that. And the Rams will look to head north again. Donnie Pace scored the last goal for Farmingdale before the stoppage. Now it's O'Shea. Back in, just under 4 minutes left here in period 2. From the rinks here in Shelton, Connecticut. Offside here against Farmingdale, home of the ECHC playoffs. Several high school teams, the post-college, post-university women's hockey team. Tough loss today over on Long Island against the Sharks. Sorry, as a former LIU Shark myself, had to throw that out there. LaFada backhands it back in. And Gorman around the boards. Lavoie wouldn't let it through. 3.5 left, centering pass. Oh, fired wide by LaFada. Big hit from Castellano in the corner as he took down Gorman, and it will be a penalty. He caught Gorman in a tough spot there, but Castellano's going to sit. And back to the power play goes New Haven. Feels like almost a have-to-have here with just 3:22 left in the second, which of course we said on their last power play, and that ended with a long delay. Monopoly will take the face-off against Tom Ford. And Tom Ford hammers it around. Madera racing over. He'll keep it in. Roberich couldn't quite get it out, but had some help, and it's fired all the way down by Della Vecchia. Now it's Tomasi. Can New Haven gain some momentum here, get on the board? PJ Tercey was not the starter in this game as well, if you're just joining us. Early on in the second, he replaced Luke Pavone. We've not seen any signs of Pavone since as well. This is Madera. Feeds it ahead. Back in. Defender stumbles down. Drop pass. One more feed down low into the skates of Monopoly. He gets tied up by Della Vecchia. Centering pass picked off. Only white jerseys there, and it's cleared ahead. Roberich one-on-one short-handed for another minute. Good defensive stick that time by Montanaro. Rams still with possession, though. They're just going to bring it back out. Need some clock here with a 6-0 lead. On the south rink, about halfway through the third period, the 1 seed Fordham up 5-1 over Kutztown. Kutztown, the 8 seed. They were the 9 seed technically coming in, but they did defeat the 8 seed Columbia in the play-in game last night, 6-5. Here's Rosa. Taking it wide, steers it on goal. Say Tercey, the rebound, score! Chargers on the board, a PPG from Anthony Rosa. With just 8 seconds left on the power play. Tercey makes the stop, but on the fly by Rosa, finds the rebound, jams it home. 89 seconds left in the period, and the Chargers a little bit of life here. Ideally for them, they'd like to get at least one more perhaps before the period's out. Of course, once again, we're not going to have a full intermission. It's going to be about a high school intermission, just a few minutes long. O'Shea around the boards. Stepping down Castellano. Castellano threw it in front. Ramped all the way back out. And settled by Michael Malandrucolo. Across to Lavoie. Lavoie gets double. Turns back, takes a bump. Malandrucolo helps him out. Grillo. One hand pass ahead towards LaFada. He got tied up. Final minute of the second. 6-1 lead for Farmingdale. And a 3-on-2 potentially here for New Haven. Brady, drop pass. And then the shot gets blocked that time. Taken away, though, in the circle. And then a collision there, and another penalty upcoming. This one, I believe, against the Rams again. It's going to be a holding call. And it looks like the guilty party is Noah Lavoie, which is 29.3 left in the period. So Lavoie, not too happy about the call. Will sit for what he hopes is 2 minutes here. Could overlap into the third. Madera on goal save Tercey. Of course, Tercey has given up the 1 goal for Farmingdale as the referee takes a spill. The crowd loves it. Sure, he did not. Final 10 seconds left in the frame. Last rush of the period. Madera chops it towards the front, intercepted, cleared away. That'll do it for period 2. 1:31 of power play time left for the Chargers. They got the latest one and the only one after the long stoppage. So no ice cut here. We'll have about a 3-minute intermission. Step aside, though, for a quick break. 6-1 Farmingdale after 2 here on LISN. Twenty minutes remain here on LI Sports Network with Paul Trentini on the camera. I'm Brady Campbell. 1:31 left of power play time for New Haven. They gotta have it here. Down 6-1. Almost all Farmingdale throughout the first 2 periods, which of course had a long stoppage with 6:24 left in the second. And since then, New Haven, the lone goal. Rosa shot redirected off the outside of the net. PJ Tercey in the goal here to start the third again for Farmingdale. Not tested all that much, and here's Ian Reberich back in for the Rams. Takes it down to the corner, steers it all the way back out, and it gets past Manzi. Halfway through the power play for New Haven as the Rams look to clock. They're the 2 seed going up against the 7 seed Chargers. If the Rams win, I believe will be reseeding for the semifinals tomorrow. This is Rosa. Goes across to Tomasi. Shot swallowed up by Tercey. No easy task for PJ Tercey. Came in cold about midway through the second and then came in extra cold after the long stoppage. Getting word that it's a lower body injury for Luke Pavone as his backup Tercey makes a big save in tight. So perhaps a precautionary pull for Pavone. It's going to be tough for the Rams without him. But Tercey, a very capable goalie as we're seeing here on the penalty kill. Just a few seconds left in it. Grillo all the way down, deflected on by Ferrazzi. And this time, the Chargers come up empty. Grillo, redlining in. Mansky under pressure. Stops up behind the goal. Ahead to Montanaro. Grillo got a stick on it, turns it around. Lavoie, inside out move, couldn't get through Mansky. Now it's Ryan O'Shea on the cutback. Feeds it all the way through. Mansky gave it up. LJ Lena to Castellano. Working on Mansky, gets it in. O'Shea gets to it. Pressured by LaFava. Lafoy the steal. Trying to dance through, does. Lafoy centering pass. Picked off by Madera. Moves it on to Price. Price back in. George Kamas defended him. Pops out to Madera. His shot blocked. Kamas jams it deep, and the defenseman going to head in after it. Way out of his goal here. To move it was Toussaint. Back in come the Chargers. Knocked down to the ice, Montanaro. Tries to steer it deeper. Madera, his pass. Deflected and picked off by Tom Ford. Jackson Tom Ford wrists it in. O'Shea will wrap it back around where it came from. And now it's James Brady. Brady back up the boards. Steered out by Price. Stumbling down Manzi. Price again. O'Shea to his backhand. Under pressure from Tom Ford. Just drops it off here. 3.5 gone in period 3. And we have another penalty slashing the call. This one against the Rams. And this one against Jackson Tom Ford. So he'll sit. And New Haven, for the 3rd consecutive time here, back to the power play, still trailing by 5 in their season. Hanging in the balance here with 16:21 left. It goes to the corner. Madera up top. O'Shea step shoots, blocked out high by Pace. It goes to Madera. Michael Madera's pass got blocked. Back out O'Shea. Rosa, the lone goal so far. That shot somehow got through and stopped and held by Tercey. Anthony Rosa led all conference rookies in goals, assists, and points. One goal so far for the Chargers. Was a power play tally late in the second. Cleared out by Ferrazzi. This is Tomasi. Red line, backhand, trying to slip through Manzi. Didn't have possession though, and it's flipped down the ice by Farmingdale. 1:15 left on the kill. Brady sneaks through, gave it up to Lena though. Now Wadika fire it down the ice. Ferrazzi was looking for the pass. Wadika couldn't get it through to him. Now a nice move there from Rosa. Rosa springs into the attacking zone, gave it away to Lena, checks him into the boards, thrown around the net here. Madera racing over near side to keep it in, and does. Goes down to Monopoly. 5 minutes gone, third period. Madera D to D. Shot, score! Is it gonna count? It is. A PPG from the right point as Tercey got upended. And UNH back-to-back power play goals. And the shot there, 2 Chargers in the crease. A long discussion here from the officials. And the captains. 14:54 to go. If this stands, this will be a huge goal for New Haven. Yeah, it looks like it does. So the right point shot finds its way through on the power play. New Haven back to within 4. Not out of it just yet. O'Shea Gave it up though, and if you're the Rams, gotta stay out of the box here. Lavoie. Back in, takes it low, sweeps it back door, and it's fired just wide. Fanning on it, LaFada. What an answer that would have been. Castellano tied up. Up top, he goes Malandrucolo hunting for the redirection. Got it from LaFada, but wide. Back out come the Chargers. Malandrucolo couldn't get it out. Turned back on by Price. Pressure by Grillo. Feathered back out Lavoie. Able to fight his way through. Price on it though here for New Haven. Price back in. Takes it wide. Shot from a tough angle. Goes all the way around. Mansky waiting for it. Back down towards Price. Spun back towards O'Shea. O'Shea, big pinch. Kept it moving. Centering pass from Montanaro. Intercepted. And cleared back out by Farmingdale. See a couple Blue Hens here. Walking in ready to go for their game. Which will be a delayed start from what they thought against Sacred Heart. Pace back in, across. Ferrazzi trying to jam it through. Couldn't get it past. Another big save for Tucson, and now has some goals to work with. Kick save, Tercy on the other end. And now Farmingdale, Pace by himself. There's some late players joining the rush here. Ferrazzi flips it towards the front, steer to the side. He got knocked down. Wanaka way out of his goal. Tucson cutting down the angle, and it was fired wide. Comas steers it in. 7-1 lead on the lower rink for Fordham. They're a minute away from punching their ticket to the semifinals tomorrow. Can the Rams join them? Chargers back in. Madeira backhand try. Scooped up and held by Tercy. Here's another look at that goal for New Haven. So I believe that was Ryan O'Shea who took the shot. Back in comes Farmingdale. This is Manzi from the red line. Across Insana will put it deep. Tom Ford heads after it. And here's Rosa. To the corner, Raberich. His centering pass intercepted. Spryer will fire it back out. DeSaro. Quick change of direction. Gets the red line, puts it in. Insana, first one on center. The Raberich cutting in. Good defensive stick though. Shot from distance. DeSaro turns aside. LaFada slips through. Couldn't quite catch up to it though, and back out come the Chargers. Good read by DeSaro, and then he got knocked down by Spryer, who, my mistake, is still in this hockey game after he was the guilty party of the penalty box door glass. And now he's tied up here with one of the Rams. Looks like Malandrucolo. Back in Lavoie, trying to dangle through, could not. Back out Jaden Grillo. 9 minutes gone here in the third. The lone goal of the period. Power play goal for New Haven. They scored the last two to keep themselves in this hockey game. Centering pass intercepted by Lavoie. And Noah Lavoie leads the rush for the Rams. He's got a goal in this one as well. Plays it off to the corner, heads in after it, and wraps it back around. Castellano sidesteps a hit, centering pass. Tom Ford, that is stick check. Back the other way with numbers 3-on-2 come the Chargers. James Brady over the line, drop pass, return feed blocked off. Brady in the corner will steer it near side to far, but Comas gets to it and backhands it out. Castellano puts a shoulder there into Montanaro. Here's Alina. Cross corner, halfway through period number 3, 4-goal lead for the Farmingdale State Rams as Thomas puts a big check onto Macri. Pace back the other way, drop pass, no one in the white jersey behind him, and it's chipped ahead back the other way comes Price, drilled by Thomas. Right in front of us here. Rabarich will fire it down the ice, deflected in by Wadika. Physicality has been there pretty much all game, but is certainly picking up here throughout these last few shifts. This is Mansky. Drops it off to a teammate. Snap pass, got through everybody. Deflected though, no icing. Mansky a beat on it. Good reverse hit by Della Vecchia. Mansky back to his feet though, and the puck finds him, but he gave it away to Jack Insana. Insana, 1-on-3. Late trailer Wadika comes to the line. Della Vecchia walks down the slot. Save mate. Rebound. Wouldn't go either. Logan Toussaint. Couple of massive stops. Keeps his team within 4 here. Desperation time though for the Chargers. If not here, rapidly approaching. Down 4 with 8.5 to go. Lavoie drops it. Ferrazzi dangles through. Ferrazzi couldn't get it through. Held in. Castellano took a shove as he shot it wide. Lavoie dangles out high. Had it knocked off his stick by Monopoly. Malandricolo back on it. Up the boards, Brady centers, save made Tercy. A big one there. If that gone in, all the momentum to the Chargers. Gorman ahead. Deflected in at the blue line. Malandricolo back out. Awkward save there for Tercy on the try from Gorman. Dangerous pass there for Farmingdale. It's deflected onto Lavoie. Lavoie drops it. Ferrazzi trying to get free on his forehand. Drew the slashing penalty here. And Giancarlo Montanaro will go. And that is a tough break for UNH, but a chance here for FSC to put the hammer down and punch their ticket to the semifinal round. And it looks like we get a timeout call. .7:28 to go. Rams have not scored since the middle stages of the second, though they came close right here. The initial try from Mark Della Vecchia. And then the rebound from Jack Insana, robbed down low. A goaltending duel here involving 3 goalies. Toussaint has played the whole game for New Haven. He's been outstanding, but the first period and a half really dominated by Farmingdale. And Luke Pavone had himself a solid first period, and PJ Tercy throughout the second, keeping his team up by 4 here, and we'll look to continue that, but his team goes to the power play with an opportunity to virtually cement the victory. Lena steps, shoots through traffic, save Toussaint, and the rebound cleared away and fired all the way down, and Tercy way out of his net here. We'll leave it for Lawrence Lena. On to Lavoie. Lavoie trying to dangle his way through. He could not. At the line, though, glove down by Luke Ferrazzi. Just flips it towards the front. Intercepted, backhanded, not out, glove down by Lena. He'll wrap it around. Ribaric gets to it. Settled by Ferrazzi. Back down Ribaric. Centering pass. Angled away. James Brady off the glass and out. Lena gets to it. Goes across to LaFada. Halfway through the power play. Lavoie holds. Trying to dangle. Lost it. Brady takes it. Fires it down the ice. Tercey behind the net will stop it and get a read here on how aggressive this penalty kill could get. Taken away by Rosa. Jams the backhander in. The one-man penalty kill from Anthony Rosa. He's got a power play goal, a penalty kill goal. And New Haven cuts the deficit in half. He just goes to work behind the net, gets the steal, jams the backhander through Tercey. And the Chargers have life. They still have 40 seconds left to kill. 6:08 to go, though. And it is a 3-goal hockey game. Under 6 minutes to go. Half a minute left on the power plays. This time there's Madera eating some penalty clock there. Wadika gets to it. Numbers for the Rams down low. Wadika scooped up off the ice by Toussaint. Face off to the right of Logan Toussaint. Around O'Shea. All the way back out, it's Manzi. Give it up to Madera. Madera gets a deep, huge kill for New Haven. The lone goal on the power play, a shorthanded goal for Anthony Rosa, his second goal of the game. Just over 5 minutes left. Still down 3, though, as the Rams were able to pour it on early. Now trying to hold off this Chargers team. Insana. Banked back out on the tape of Rosa. 1-on-2. Can he make it happen? On the cutback. Got through DeSaro, but couldn't find the puck on the other side. Under 5 minutes left. DeSaro hard around. Held in. Across it goes. Rosa down low. DeSaro got in the way. The pass jammed towards the front. Manzi will angle it back out. Down it goes. Manzi, first one on it. Gave it away. Spryer in front. Fanning on the one-timer was Madera. He jammed it towards the net. Wouldn't get through. Keep in here. And the shot off the stick of Mansky deflects high off the glass. Rams on their heels here. Wrapped around by Manzi. Mansky holds it in. His shot steered to the glass by Tercey all the way around. O'Shea shot blocked. Insana, look out. Potential breakaway. Ribaric was behind the defense. It hit off his skate way out of his goal there. Toussaint had his pass flagged down by Ribaric. Centering feed. He got over to Rob Lavoie. That puck ends up behind the net. Malandrukalo holds it in. Back down to the corner. Mansky tied up by LaFada. 3.5 left. Dragging his way towards the front. Lavoie had it checked off his stick. Cleared out, and a potential breakaway here. Can Spryer pull through? Spryer to the backhand. What a save by Tercey. Both goalies some monster stops, keeping this a 6-3 hockey game. Jaden Grillo into the attacking zone. His shot swallowed up by Toussaint, and finally we'll get a stoppage. A A couple big time. What a pass here by LaFada on these big time saves. After the turnover from Toussaint, he gets over to Rob Lavoie. And then the breakaway from Spryer. The Rams were able to catch up to him. And he was still able to get that shot away. Huge save. Rams thrown towards the goal. Glove save by Toussaint. 2:41 left. I almost wonder, with the momentum seemingly being a bit more in the favor of the Chargers here, though, of course, their season on the line, if they'll consider pulling the goalie. Can they get one more before that? Monopoly has a shot blocked. Held in at the line. Another try redirects wide. Kamas around the boards and out. And this will be an icing against Farmingdale. And the crucial face-off here in the Rams zone with 2:19 to play. I think if they were to pull them down 3, it would probably be about now. But staying in his net is Toussaint. Kamas will jam it back out. Fired in from distance, Terzi. I'm not sure if he saw that initially on the shot from Gorman, but he was able to stop it. Lena to the red line under 2 minutes to play. Rams dominate the first half of this game. The Chargers making things a bit interesting, but here's Wadaka. Shot save made by Toussaint. Be another offensive zone face-off here for the Rams. Crucial D-zone draw win for New Haven, and they're going for the home run pass there, but it's going to be an icing. With 1:41 to play. Definitely looked like a set play there off the face-off. Trying to spring Spryer. 101 seconds to go. The pass comes to Spryer. On his backhand, tried to throw it back across to Madera. Madera diving! Kept out by Terzi. And then a penalty here as Terzi goes back into his crease. Got into it with Madera. And that is not Terzi's stick that he just launched up into the netting. Gets caught in the netting, and the officials get involved here. 1:26 left. And obviously in the middle stages of the second, we saw the game get out of hand a bit. As there you see the stick. I would assume a Madera. And the refs don't want that to happen any further, especially so late in this hockey game. What an effort here by Michael Madera. Nearly brought the Chargers bench back to his feet. What an effort diving. Huge save by Terzi. And then Terzi looked like went after Madera after the fact there. Madera just diving to try and make a play there. And 1:26 left. It looks like the Chargers are going to run out of time here, but we'll see what the calls are. Doesn't look like anyone's in any rush to pull that stick out of the netting. 4 minutes up on the board against PJ Tercey. Didn't see a signal from the official as the linesman climbing the dasher. Reaching for the stick. Oh, he can't get it. He's going to ask for some help from Jake Paul. Jackson Tom Ford in to help. Using their sticks to try and jar it free. Meanwhile, it looks like the coaches of Farmingdale off the bench trying to help. And he'll climb up there and jam it free. Nice catch by the linesman. Teamwork makes the dream work. And the stick returned to the New Haven bench. Well, we've seen a lot in this hockey game that you don't normally see. Only at the Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference playoffs. I believe that's Tom Ford and Spryer in the box here. And another Ram in there as well. I believe I saw 3. That might be Alex Goodenough, number 93, serving a penalty. Indeed it is. And Spryer still jawing at the Rams bench. Well, it looks like we're set to play hockey again. And what will be a 4-minute power play for New Haven and an opportunity here to get within 1. There's only 1:26 though left in the game, so they gotta work quickly here. They win the face-off. Mansky though, errant pass comes back out, and O'Shea will come back to get it. Leaves it for Brady. Brady lost it at the line. Monopoly over to get it. Chopped away, and Reberich goes across with it. Trent Macri on it. Final 60 seconds of this one. Glove down by O'Shea. Saucer pass. Macri chops it in. Goes in after it. Manzi gets there first. Checked by Macri. They'll tie up in the corner. Just final half minute here. Can New Haven get one more? Shot knocked down and covered by Tercey. And once again, a little bit of extracurriculars. With 27.8 left and the linesman racing over to put a stop to that. As it was James Brady getting involved with Kevin Manzi, and the door to the locker room right next to where that scrum ensued, and the linesman will have Manzi head to the showers early here. And it looks like Brady will turn back from the bench and head towards his locker room as well. So just 27.8 left. Delaware and Sacred Heart patiently waiting their turn here. The 4 seed and 5 seed, their game coming up next after the conclusion of this one. The standing save they made there from Tercey, 21.9 on the clock. Up to the point it comes. Shot redirected down. Stick save. One more for Tercey. And the Rams will look to kill it. Final 10 down the ice. One more save for Toussaint, who is good. But Pavone and Tercey were better as Toussaint makes one last save on Reberich. And the Chargers not too happy about that last opportunity as the horn sounds. The game is over. And Toussaint gonna have a talking to with Reberich here as Tercey will fire the puck back down the other end. And then Toussaint going against Reberich here, and only so much the refs and linesmen can do here as they try and separate everyone. And smart here from Ian Reberich as he's able to sneak off the ice. As he gloved down that clearing attempt from Toussaint, and he's sitting on 2 goals, so his eyes definitely lit up there. And Toussaint made the save at the buzzer. Unfortunate ending here, and good luck to the officials and linesmen getting these 2 teams off the ice and separated. And it looks like some of the New Haven players will be the first to head off here as their season comes to a tough end. Credit to them, they battled back. Put up the final 3 in this hockey game, 2 here in the third. After the game seemed like it was over, we of course had the delay for the glass shattering in the penalty box, and they seem to have gotten some momentum off of that. But the Rams 6 goals, just too much. Looks like cooler heads finally prevailing here as the Zamboni heads out onto the ice. Well, it's already 9:53. Our scheduled 9:30 puck drop between Delaware and Sacred Heart is on the way, we promise. So be sure to tune in for the 4-seed and 5-seed matchup. But for everyone here at LISM, Paul Trentini on the camera, Gabe Takuri running the board for a little while, sorting things out downstairs as well. I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The Farmingdale State Rams advance after putting up a 6 spot on the New Haven Chargers. The final score, Farmingdale State College Rams 6, the University of New Haven Chargers 3. You've been tuned in to the Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference quarterfinal playoffs here on the LI Sports Network.